on day 342 of my personal goal of moving more in 2024. Now, I started it in October, at the end of October, right around Halloween. And I'll tell y'all the quick story because I am just pumping out the days. I'm looking forward to reaching my goal. I think I'm 23 days away from reaching my 365-day goal of moving more in this year. But let me just tell you real quick before I start bouncing how this came about. So I turned 55 last October. My birthday's like next week. I'll be 56. I lost my mom suddenly. She was healthy. It was unexpected. It was just her time, unfortunately, to go. I've had to accept that, and it's still, fairly emotional, but I don't want to get emotional on this video, so I'm going to try to pass through that part of it, real easy. Sorry. So my mom was a very disciplined woman the last 17 years of her life. She totally transformed her life. She was like my size or just a little smaller, and she completely changed her life. She walked 2 miles a day from the age of like 68 till probably 82 or 83 years old. And it was dedicated. She went in the rain. She went in the icy conditions. I mean, it was like dangerous, but she was so committed to walking, and that transformed her life. And so when she passed away, I felt really motivated to, at a minimum, at least incorporate a daily movement activity. Now, I wasn't going to go walking every single day in the morning. It's just not in my nature. I don't want to get out in the dark like she did. But I decided that my commitment was going to be to bounce on this rebounder behind me. And so I made this last October goal of moving 10 minutes a day, no matter what. And then after I hit 30 days, I was like, oh, I'm going to make it to 60. After 60 days, I said, what if I could double this to 120 days? And y'all can go back on this channel and look and see that I have recorded over 200 days of rebounding, and then I continued rebounding. I just didn't record it, but I would check in over the last 130 days or so that I've been checking in, and I've made my goal. I've moved more in 2024 every single day, did some form of movement, made it a priority. And now I want to help inspire in these next 3 months, October, November, December. I want other people to join me in my Move More in 2025, just to prove that we can move more. It doesn't matter what our size is, there are options for moving your body. And I want to help to inspire people, even if you're big like me or bigger than me, that we can help inspire each other to stay committed and move more in 2025. So now I'm on a focus of finishing my own goal, but to continue on the goal to help inspire others to join me for 2025 as well. So I'm going to do my 5-minute bounce right now. And recently I started breaking up my 10 minutes to 5 minutes and do 2 segments, and then I do 5 minutes in the afternoon. So I'm gonna just do 5 minutes with you guys, and then I'll do 5 minutes more later on. I just won't be recording it. So let's get started. I wanna show you, and y'all can go back on all my videos and you can see that I am not bouncing high, I'm not kicking, I'm not punching. And in fact, what I've read in the 3 books that I have read about rebounding is that by being gentle with your bounce, you're not activating your cortisol. And cortisol is like a fight or flight response to feeling like, you're running from some danger. And so your body's not going to be able to utilize fat and burn fat when you're in a cortisol response in your body. So I want to show y'all how simple my workout has been, and I will talk about, while I'm bouncing, some of the benefits that I've received from a simple workout. Okay, so this is day 342. I think I have 23 days to go. So let's just wrap up the next day. Okay, here we go. Let's go. All right, Alexa, give me a 5-minute timer. Alexa, give me a 5-minute timer.
Good afternoon, Lydia. 5 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so for any of you who don't know this channel or don't know me, go back to October 2023 and see where I started. Even in May of 2023, before my mom passed away, I was talking about needing to get motivated and how I needed to be motivated to move my body more. I knew that I needed to move my body more and daily, but I just didn't have the motivation. I didn't have the oomph that I needed to be committed to myself. And so definitely after my mom passed away suddenly and unexpectedly, I decided to get more serious about my own health. And so what have I experienced since I started over a year ago? I will tell you, and I'm going to say this, I got a BBL. Y'all know what that is? That is a Brazilian butt lift. I got it for free from rebounding. So rebounding has helped lift my 55-year-old big butt up, and it feels tighter and more younger feeling, you know, with all the muscles that have been growing in my gluteus maximus. And believe me, it's very maximus, okay? I also feel like I got a boob lift in this bouncing routine. My boobs have lifted, they've shrunk, they've lifted, they're higher than they used to be, they're tighter. The cells are regenerating, and they're regenerating with healthy, strong tissue because of the oxygen that I'm helping to build my new cells every day. I also got a chin tuck. I got a face lift. Okay, all of this is free with my rebounding experience over the past year. I've also built bone density, which I'm going to do a DEXA scan soon towards the end of my year. I'm going to also, I think they can tell me about my muscle load. I can tell you though, my muscles in my legs are stronger. I'm more stable. Like I can just not hold on to the treadmill anymore. In the beginning, I felt very insecure about this rebounder, so I had to hold on because my head was even dizzy for a while. So some of the things I noticed that the other day I was at a retreat and I had my tea in one hand and my coffee in the other, and I had to walk down 8 stairs, okay? Normally I would want to hold on to the banister. I have a fear of stairs because when I was in college, I was walking down a dormitory set of stairs with pillows in my arms, and I stepped off the step too far, and I fell down the stairs and fractured my foot. So now I have like a PTSD response to walking downstairs. So I like to kind of hold on to this rail, especially because when you're heavier and you don't use your muscles, you don't have that balance in your tendons in your lower leg. But last weekend when I was at the retreat, I held both of my drinks and there was a guy holding the door for me, and I just carefully stepped on each stair, not even holding on because I was holding on to my 2 beverages because we were going into a several hour all day retreat, and I wanted to have my coffee first and then I was going to have my tea for later because I wasn't going back to my room. So I was so proud of myself for being able to navigate those stairs without holding on to something for security. And I knew it was because of my rebounding that I had, number one, that confidence, and number two, that sense of stability in my knees and in my lower calves. The first time I remember experiencing that newfound balance was just walking off of the curb while I was walking my dog, because I used to step off the curb walking the dog and trying to be careful because I didn't feel like I had that strength in my knees. Alexa, 5 more minutes.
5 minutes added.
I thought I was only going to do 5 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and knock out my 10 minutes since I'm talking and I have things to share. So let's see. Balance. Okay, so a couple more things I've noticed, and y'all, this has been so slow. The experience has been so slow. One of my biggest things that my mom used to tell me when I was younger, she said, you better lose the weight before you turn 50 or your skin is not going to bounce back. Well, we've learned that through rebounding, your skin can tighten up. So I see a lot of the people who get like gastric bypass surgery and they lose weight real fast within a year. And then they have to have all this skin removal surgery and scars all over their body, their arms, their back of their legs, the inside of their legs. I've seen it on Instagram and YouTube. I see the surgeries. I wanted to go on a journey, having patience, having grace, testing whether or not the rebounder would help me tighten my skin as I'm shrinking. And I feel like my arms have, released more fluid out of them. My arms are stronger. When I hold up my arms like this, they don't feel as heavy as they used to. It could be my muscles are bigger, but also there's less fluid in the arms. And so I've noticed that my arms feel tighter and less saggy than when it had a lot of fluid in it. So one of the biggest lessons is to have patience with your process and realize, like, I'm not in a race. I'm not dying, this isn't like I'm not counting down to my end. I'm just trying to live and be healthy and give my body what it needs to be healthy. So I have the time and I have the patience, and I just wanted to document it on my channel to give everybody else hope that if they too had patience and had the ability to be with themselves as they are, while they just keep knocking out day after day what the body needs at the cellular level, what can happen when you just have patience with your body? Can your skin tighten up? Can your skin get revived? Can you not have old skin when you're old? Could you be tighter even if you were heavier or fatter in my case, Like, I'm just trying to see if that's possible. And so far, I feel like it's working. Now, it took my mom a total of 2 years from her start of her journey to where she got to her equilibrium and her balance, where she weighed about 155 pounds, a size 10, sometimes a 12, maximum 12, when she was at her best weight in her 70s and early 80s. And so that reminds me, I'm only on year 1. What is my body going to look like in year 2 as I keep recompositioning my body and as my muscles turn into energy burners? If y'all know my channel, you know that I have this little black device called a lumen. And I have not been waking up consistently in fat burn mode lately. And all of a sudden, this week, I've hit fat burn mode 4 times. And today, the little device said, it's a high carb day, which is every once in a while when you have fat burn mode a couple days in a row, it will give you a high carb day because it wants you to stay flexible. I haven't seen a high carb day in months. I mean, I'd have to track back my history. I venture to say it's been 6 months since the last time that little device told me that I could eat high carb today. And they want you to eat high carb in the morning and then test yourself in the day to see if you are burning the carbs that you did eat. So I'm going to see what it says in the afternoon. Alexa, stop. So there's my 10-minute bounce. As you can see, I'm not even taking my feet off of the rebounder. My heels are pressing into the unstable mat surface to create a pumping mechanism. So did you ever hear that your calves are your second heart? Well, they are, and that is why you've got to pump your heart through movement. I don't care what movement you do as long as you pump your calves. You could be sitting in a chair. In fact, let me go ahead and demonstrate what I've demonstrated in the past. If you're like too out of balance to stand up on a rebounder, I'm going to show you. Let me grab my bar stool real quick before my dog wakes up. All right. So I like this stool, this chair, because it is called counter height. It's not too tall. It's just counter height, okay? And so if you're too heavy, but you want to start somewhere, I recommend you get yourself a rebounder. You find yourself a counter height bar stool, and you can see how my legs are more like an L here. If I was lower in the ground on a regular chair, my knees would be too high. You want to get your angle right for your hip flexors. And you can just do this. You can put on music, I have a back so I can hold on. Boom, 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 up and down, boom, 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 push, 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 pump, 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 push, 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 pump, pump, pump. Get the blood flowing. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter how much it's doing. It's the consistency that you do that matters. Just stay committed to moving, and over time, when your body's ready, it will start reacting. Patience is the biggest thing I could tell you that it has required of me to stay consistent and not give up on an everyday goal. The other thing you have to have is integrity. You have to want to reach your goal. If you have a goal and you say, oh, I can skip these 3 days and get away with it. No, you have to have a personal sense of integrity so that you keep your goal. You desire to want to live true to your word. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, the benefits of succeeding on committing to your word far exceed breaking your word. You get so much more out of keeping your commitments that you say you're going to keep than to break them. So this has been more than just about movement. This has been about, can I trust myself to do what I say I'm going to do? Can I trust myself to give my body what it needs on a regular basis? It needs clean water, good nutrition, oxygen to the cells, positive mindset, and there might be something else, maybe like sunlight or something, to create healthy cells every single day because your cells are dying at night and getting autophagy. Look it up. It's where your cells are replacing themselves when you sleep. That's why it's so important to get sleep. So I'm going to go on a little field trip today, and I'm probably going to do another video when I show y'all where I'm heading, which some of y'all, if any of y'all watch my 600-pound life, you'll recognize where I'm going to drive to today and do a little video. So this is a podcast where I have guests come on and I research products and try things out. Y'all might be able to see right here in front of the rebounder is my Life Pro whole body vibration plate. And I'll show y'all that I just got that within the last like 3 weeks, I think it's been maybe. And I have a remote, but I haven't put the batteries in yet. So I'm gonna put on 5 minutes on level 1. And I'm gonna shake. Woo. Why do I like this? Because it's giving me like a whole vibration of my cells, shaking loose toxins, helping move fluids through the body. It relaxes your nervous system. So if you have like ADD or ADHD or anxiety disorder or depression, I highly recommend you get this and you use it because it helps with your sympathetic and your parasympathetic nervous system. And those are all factors into, okay, I'm just going to speak for myself. I have identified that these are factors that why I eat, because I'm trying to I'm using food as a calming mechanism. It makes me feel calm and relaxed when I eat and I have to do digestion. My body's digesting and I feel relaxed when I have that feeling of fullness in my stomach. And so I believe that this whole body vibration addresses those aspects of why I feel the need to eat. And by doing this, I can calm my nervous system and not have to feed it. Does that make sense? And so I have experienced, a difference for myself. So have you ever heard that when your cells are not nourished and they're hungry, then you desire to eat? And so for me, I've been taking this product that I found on the internet called Broccolite. I'm not an affiliate. I want to be an affiliate one day, but I was just using it for myself for 90 days. And I definitely felt a difference. The purpose of the product is sulforaphane, which for those of you who heard me say this, I used to work for a hydroponic farm, or I still do. And the cancer center nearby, the world-renowned cancer center, came over to our farm to get some microgreens, broccoli microgreens, to check their sulforaphane content because it's listed in research to help fight cancer cells. And so I don't have cancer. I just want to take things like that, like eat broccoli through a capsule, because 2 capsules have the power of 5 pounds of broccoli. And so I'm not likely to eat 5 pounds of broccoli every day, but I'm likely to get those 2 capsules into my body. And I can tell you that I totally feel a difference. It's helped with my brain health. I feel more active in my ability to get things done. I'm a task master more now than I was, and I'm getting things accomplished that I haven't been doing in the past couple of months. And so I feel good about the 5 pounds of broccoli that I'm eating every day. So I got 1 minute left on this 5-minute vibration plate. I just wanted to show y'all how it feels. This is level 1. I've never gone past level 2. I oftentimes will sit on it if I don't want to stand on it. And I get a similar benefit. And I'm really trying to shake up all that's in here in my big old rumpus. Looking at my hips, I look like a Hawaiian doing a hula really fast. You know, they're capable of doing that. Let me see if I can shake a little more. No, that doesn't work. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday. I am on day, what did I say, 342 or something like that, of 365 days of moving more in 2024, and I hope you'll join me, subscribe, let's do it again in 2025, because this is a testament of making a small commitment like 10 minutes a day to your body, giving your body oxygen that it needs, and how will your body respond and react when you do this. So I hope my channel inspires people like me who feel like, gosh, I'm so tired and big, it's hard to move this body, but find a way to move your body even at your pace and your level. You're not going to be a marathon runner overnight. I don't even want to be a marathon runner. That's not even good for your joints if you're, like in my case, if you're heavy. So this is gentle. This is something I can do until I'm 90 years old. And so a shout out to Duty, who is in our community, and she's 91 and she's in Georgia, and she joined our community last January. I'm hoping to do an interview with her again and have a check-in and see how her year's been. We've been chatting over the phone, and I hope to bring her on. I hope she's surviving okay with all that hurricane water that went past that part of the country. And that's it. This is my little morning routine that I've been doing for 365, minus the little vibration plate. I just got that. But the rebounding has been how I've been moving my body more, and just skin tightens, things tighten, fluid gets removed. You have fluid removal. Vibration on your digestive system is a natural peristalsis. Sometimes people have a hard time moving things in their body, and it's because you're not getting that peristalsis vibration that you need to push the food you do eat out of your body. So this went way longer than I expected, but I hope you'll have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. All right, for day, 22 more days till the end. Have a good one. Tell me what you think below. How are you doing? Are you moving more in your body for 2024? Maybe you want to join me in 2025. Maybe you want to gear up these next 3 months to get yourself tools. I'll put a link to my rebounder, which is a 20-year-old rebounder that's still rocking. So, hope y'all have a great day. See you later. Bye, guys.